How about we start that again? Welcome everybody to a special edition of whatever we're calling this special edition of. So I guess I have to make that open. All right, hopefully you're gonna come up here. Let's get this underway. Come on. You can't just be going around wherever you want to. We're trying to do a video. So we're gonna do a live show here real quickly, and I should share the screen here. There's an ammo auction coming up, and I was looking at it and I figured, hey, why don't we take a look at this live sometime? So that's what we're doing. I got a couple of minutes here and I'm going to squeeze this in. We don't need that. And there we go. So let's just type in, let's say cartridge. On the spot. Cartridge show. What? So if we type in cartridge show, we get the world's premiere. Can you everybody hear okay? The world's premiere cartridge collector show, St. Louis International, what's it called? And let's take a look at this whole thing. So here's a link to it. And I don't know how many people who are going to be watching this live collect ammo. Feel free to let me know. But if you're listening to this in the future, leave a comment down there if you collect ammo. So I'll just make this as big as possible on the screen. We'll leave some room there for the comments from people that are joining us live. We'll only be live here for a little bit, but I thought I would dig in a little bit because there's some cool stuff going on. So the show is the St. Louis International Cartridge Show. It's began in 2000, in the year 2000, after moving from Chicago, where it was known as the Chicagoland Show. Centrally located, has been the largest and most attended show for cartridge collectors for over 40 years. In addition to collectors, the show is well attended by those in the forensics industry, as well as other government agencies across the world. For many people, this is the only show they attend each year, and many take days off to travel to the show from around the country and the world. It's the premier event that everyone recommends and sets on their schedule for the week leading up to Easter every year. And man, I've been wanting to go to the show forever, but I never had it work with my schedule of traveling, and I just can't afford to do it. But April 5th through the 8th, so it's imminent. It's coming up next weekend. And let's see, this says, for 2 decades, the show has been successfully led by Mel, followed by Vic. Welcome the next chapter. The torch has now been passed to Aaron, and I met Aaron at Vegas this year. Who will continue to promote and lead the show into the future. He has run the twice yearly Ohio Cartridge Show, which I've also been really trying to get to, and is on the board of directors for the International Ammunition Association or something like that. And it contributes to the journal with his pinfire page. So he's into pinfires, I guess. Everything you know about this show will stay the same, and the exciting features will be added to over the years. And then this is the website, cartridgeshow.com. Let's see, Roy is saying, can't practically collect ammo in California. You probably have to pay for a background check every time you buy. So if I wanted to buy 1 round, it wouldn't make sense. Yeah, that's messed up, man. Yet another way they mess with you. Okay, so some of the events at the show, gathering collectors, researchers, and professionals, people travel, okay. The Thursday night seminars are well attended and a favorite. That sounds fun. Learning about ammo from ammo nerds. Friday night banquet and live auction banquet to the International Ammunition Association. Definitely be interested. I joined the IAA after meeting Bill Wooden here in Tucson years ago. Is a great way to close out the show. Over the next few years, events such as photography studios, x-ray studios, journal article, proofreading, and editing, and other things are planned. So they're definitely growing the show, which is awesome because this is the kind of thing that keeps the history and community and traditions going. So let's see, it's got 23 years of operations, 230 vendor tables, 14 countries represented, and it's a 4-day show. It's 6 days away. And as I was digging around this thing, I started looking around and, oh, I didn't see this before. So I'm going to click on this right now. I dig down and I found collectible ammunition, A. So, and then this other thing, some awards, and then the meeting. Okay, Saturday, show open. Going back up over here, table check-in. Okay, collectible ammunition. We opened up that. And then this new Engels Collectibles. I didn't open up that before. So first, let's look at collectible ammunition. So what's all this about, huh? So I'm looking in here and I'm minding my business, and then I see silent auction. What? So I clicked on silent auction, and there's nothing to click on. So somewhere I ended up clicking. Oh, I clicked on this link right here. And when you click on that link right there, you get to their website. So now I'm on their website, and I guess I probably can't link to this one, but you can see what the name of it is. And then I went to auction. Current auction. This isn't what I was looking at, so dang it. Where did I get to what I was looking at? Somewhere in here, though, I found the stuff. Here it is. Follow us at. Oh, this is taking me over to stupid Facebook. I don't think I need to be at stupid Facebook, do I? I don't think so. Somewhere in here, I'm going to find the link to the stuff. So this is a bunch of pictures of what the show is like. Main show. All right, it must have been over here. I found this the other night, so I'm not going to find it again. Dang it, it must be on their site then. So where did I see the thing about featured? Nah, dang it. No, I can't find where I found the thing. So let me go to the auction one again. It's just frustrating. Where the heck was it? We are sponsoring. Is this the thing? No. What the heck? Where did I find the list of all of the... It's not that many things to click on. Live cartridge auction. Okay, click on that. Oh, maybe this? All right, so maybe I was just looking at this. No, this only has 23 things, so that doesn't make no sense. Dang it, I guess I'll have to do another one of these once I figure out. They couldn't have moved it. I wonder if I can go through my history. Let me go through my history really quick and find it. So, history, manage history. It's going to be at least a few days worth of digging through there. So if I go back, are you kidding me? Oh, this is from today. So let me go back the last 7 days. Mike says, I was watching a video about a handgun cartridge called the 500 Bushwhacker that is more powerful than the 500 Bushmaster and twice as powerful as the 500. Don't tell 500 Magnum that. He probably already knows about it. All right, so going back and back and back and back and back. Look at all those Instagrams I looked at. And then a bunch of Adobes, and then some stuff, and then some ASCII stuff, and then some other stuff, and then some other things, and some stuff, and then orders, Amazon, doing the bank. I see something about ammo right there. I thought I saw something about ammo. You would think it's going to be a whole slew of them. This is from yesterday, I think. No, that's from last Thursday already. Dang it, when did I go look at this stuff? Oh, boom, I found it. Look what I found. Look what I found. Look what I found. I knew it was going to be a pile of them. So, Wooden Auctions. This is going to be sad. Stay on this page. How about open in a new tab? Bill Wooden passed a while back, and his private collection was the largest private collection of ammunition, I believe, in the world. So he's going to have a bunch of his collection auctioned at the show, and that's what we're going to take a look at here. So this is a list of everything. That's frustrating. And then somewhere in here, come on, there was pictures of it too. So we're just going to look at some of these pictures here for a bit, and then that'll be the end, I guess. So let's see, close out of this. We're about another 15 minutes or so. So to kind of take a look at some of the cool stuff that's going to be available. It only took me 12 minutes to find this. But yeah, if all else fails, just go look through your browser history. So this is a 5.56 caseless flechette. I got a bunch of pictures of this kind of stuff, but Bill had a bunch of these experimental and prototype things in his collections. Super, super cool. Then this is what is this? A Swiss clear Lucite block with a section PLA 24 semi-armor piercing high explosive incendiary tracer for 20 millimeter. So it's way bigger than regular bullet. So that's some ordnance. This is a 50 BMG. Front half covered in red. This is a pressure test one from New Zealand. $250 for one round of 50 BMG. A bunch of blanks. I'm just going to do this because there's a bunch of stuff. So if you want to stop and take a look at something, let me know. But this is, I was wondering how they were going to even approach dealing with Bill's collection. And it's sad, but this is how it's going. Bullets at a time, which at least has me interested because I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to get some of the ones that I'm interested in, some that I've taken pictures of. This is a tree that he had in the museum, made out of folded cartridges, which are unobtainable for a lot of people anyway. He had so many of them that he made a tree out of them, or somebody did. Bunch of weird. Those are unprimed 30-06. That's a bunch of what is it? German plastic rounds? No, Finnish plastic rounds. There's a pretty neat salesman kit. Some kind of weird plastic round. Look at that thing. That's a 9mm. Oh no, it's 45 blank. That's cool. I never was able to get a taser shotgun shell. He has two of them there. Bunch of other weird looking things. That's a 50 caliber dim tracer. Dim bright. I wonder what that means. So I've never seen one with orange and green, but this is a 50 caliber spotter. So for one of the bazookas, you would put a 50 caliber rifle on top of the bazooka and you would shoot this tracer, and the tracer would effectively go where the bazooka was about to shoot. So you'd shoot a 50 caliber BMG, a short 50 caliber BMG like this, out the top of a barrel on your bazooka, and if that hit, then you'd shoot your bazooka. So super cool spotting round, and this one's a dim bright tracer. So I'm guessing that means a highly bright infrared. I think dim tracers mean infrared tracers. So orange over olive drab. Neat. $65. Then you get some other interesting prototype or experimental projectiles. He had some ordnance, but not a lot. I mean, a lot compared to normal people, I guess, but most of the collection was military cartridges. So it's just tons and tons and tons of variety of the normal stuff we see every day. Stuff like this, a 45 PDW. Somebody had sectioned a 45 slug, and then he would have the sample, and then like this, and a projectile in pieces next to it. $275 is what they expect that to bring in. Gatling club. Oh, neat. So this is on a Gatling gun, there's a gap between the barrels and the firing pin, essentially. And that's so black powder Gatling guns, you put together these little cartridges, essentially. You put a cap on that nipple, you fill it, you put a projectile in it. That becomes a bullet, essentially. And you put that into your Gatling gun, and then that's what the Gatling gun shoots. So certain Gatling guns were set up this way in 1862, I guess. The one we had at the shop was like that. So that's kind of neat. I mean, it's not all that interesting of a thing, but getting it from Bill's collection, pretty neat. It's one of those folded cartridges. Let's see what else we got going. I'm not a big fan of ordnance as much as I like ammo. Ordnance is too much for me. It gets into primers and detonators and all that shit. It's too much. I like looking at ammo. And once you see the kind of stuff that Bill had at the museum, that's why it's so awesome. Like this is just a regular old round from the outside, but in reality, it's just shooting one dart. But that's a 20 millimeter, so that's an ordnance. But you know, there's regular projectiles like that, 5.56 and 2.762s. So at first I was super frustrated because when I heard that they were going to be selling a bunch of stuff from the Wooten Labs, I was frustrated to say the least. But, well, okay, I'm still frustrated because I don't know what's already gone, but none of this stuff is the stuff I wanted. So everything here, I could care less. Somebody else can buy all this stuff. Great, have fun with it. But the stuff I wanted, I'd still like to have an opportunity to get a hold of. So, yeah, I never even knew that was going to be a thing. I just assumed the Wooden Lab was designed to be left for propriety, but evidently no. Here's a 7 millimeter mystery dummy with dimensions that don't exactly match known rounds. Was given these cartridges said to be 7 millimeter, one complete and one empty. The cases are black and brass. There are no knurls. Anyway, so you get these little descriptions, and Bill would have wrote this on his like a business card, and it would have just been in this big like card file. I got to help sort and kind of put stuff back with the card file for a little bit. So these are from Africa, less lethal African, something with a white nylon bullet. Interesting. Caseless ammo. We've got a what is that? A 50 neck down to something. There's tons of those. Like, oh man, yeah, drawers and drawers of 50s though. The reason I like 50s so much, I mean, I've liked 50s. Then I went to the Wooden Labs and saw drawers and drawers and drawers and drawers of unique 50s. I was like, holy shit, I could just spend the rest of my time just collecting 50s and never come close to what Bill had and never get bored. It's super interesting. I mean, I'm sure he's got stuff or he got stuff over the years that is impossible for other people to get, obviously. But just knowing that there's a ton of interesting stuff out there. So now you get a bunch of this stuff. I've never seen any of these 30-06s before. So evidently this is some kind of it strikes the primer here and it pushes a button up here or something. Like, I don't know. An AAI tri-cap, translucent, flat nose lead bullet with, how cool is that? And that's probably from, the olden days. Look how old it is. It says AAI 75. Is that from like 1975 maybe? Here's some cool 45 ACP razor blade projectiles. Nobody else is showing that kind of stuff out there. And then 7.62 by 51 improved composite. Yeah, that's awesome. I have not yet gotten one of these for my collection. So if anybody has composite projectiles like this, the clear ones, and you're interested in trading or getting rid of them, let's talk. Look at this. Smith & Wesson dummy training round, aluminum body with orange plastic fin. I don't know what the hell that is, but it looks cool. These aren't all in scale, so some of these are way off from each other. I bought a Tround off of the dude from who's the guy wherever he went that is running the auction. I bought a Tround off him, so I have a Tround now. And I bought it from the dude who runs the collectible show. And I got it for a good price. Let's see. Here's a double projectile, 7.9 by 57. What? Yeah, that's the kind of cool stuff you find when you start digging into ammo. So I don't know. A lot of people probably get bored by this stuff, but this kind of stuff, think about each one of these weird prototypes, what the story is behind it. How many people were involved in making each one of these prototypes? How did these things end up? Who was involved in making the decisions? Why are these things even around? And this is just small arms ammunition. This isn't even everything. And this is military small arms ammunition. He doesn't even have all the hunting prototypes and all the, self-defense stuff that people only probably has most of the self-defense stuff. Anyhow, that's one of the pages. There might be another page or two, but I don't have all day. So I just figured I'd do a quick live, show off some of this cool ammo. If you're in the St. Louis area, keep in mind that you're in the vicinity of the coolest ammo thing destination that you can have for somebody who collects ammo in the entire world. And next weekend, you're going to have a chance to go hang out at that event. I'm going to try to have the dude on if he has time to chat about the show and talk about it. How many billions of dollars went into research for these weird rounds? Yeah, think about that. So super neat stuff, super neat. And I can't express enough how interesting it is that this is all coming out of the Wooden Labs, which is an individual, super neat life who enjoyed collecting ammo and shared that interest and that ambition with people all over the world and became a useful resource for law enforcement and uh, science, like as far as like figuring out things and understanding. A lot of the stuff that's happened over the years probably would have taken longer or been done incorrectly if it wasn't for people in the know who would participate in the science. So much science is done by people who never pay attention to guns, let alone seek experts or appreciate, people that are knowledgeable. So Bill was able to cross those worlds. He was definitely a man of science. He ran the Desert Museum here in Tucson. He was whatever they call a reptile person. So he was way into reptiles. He knew everything about them, and just a super cool dude. So yeah, you're lucky if you live near St. Louis. I hope you're going to the show. If you do, take lots of pictures. 762 by 39 for me, please. And whatever 50 BMG or 22 shorts you might find. Well, you probably find a lot of 22 shorts. We'll do more videos like this, especially if people are interested. I'm going to do them anyway, but if you're interested, let me know and I'll do more of them. But yeah, check out the thing if you're around and if you're able. I can't link. I can link to this, I bet. But yeah, for now, we're going to say, I'm not going to link to it because I don't know what YouTube policy is or whatever. You can figure it out. Go to Wooden Labs. Go to the St. Louis International. I think I can link to this just fine. But the other stuff I was looking at, I'll let you find yourself. Right after this is Cape Gunworks. Does their Rapid Fire Wednesday radio show. So I would recommend you go check that out. It's a pretty awesome show. It's a gun shop in Massachusetts that does a radio show on Wednesdays. And it's one of the cooler radio shows out there because there's really pay attention to the live chat. So if you're a YouTuber and you enjoy talking about gun stuff, I imagine you know what the topic's going to be today. But in general, it's a great show, and I'll be surprised if Toby doesn't keep you interested, if not on the edge of your seat, because he's usually pretty good at keeping his head about him while everybody else is freaking out with these situations or whatever. Anyway, they help support us and a bunch of other people out there, so we're happy to send people their way. If you're got nothing else to do, or if you're looking for something interesting to do, go check out their show next. Let us know in the comments about if you'd like to see more about the cartridge collecting. You can definitely get more into that. And maybe let us know your favorite cartridge, your favorite caliber, so to speak. Or am I breaking up really bad? Because I'm seeing that I got pretty bad internet. Maybe I should do something about that at some point. We'll end this one. Thanks everybody again for joining us. Here's our plug for our Free Patch Friday.